home. From a distant land, a dream took flight. Joseph's journey painted in colors so bright. Escaping turmoil, seeking peace. In Australia, he found his life. Oh, the journey of Chromie, from rags to gold. A vibrant story of dreams that unfold. Through dedication and art so bright, he built his path, turning darkness to light. With dedication, he built anew. A butcher, a winemaker, dreams that grew. Through hardships faced, his spirit soared. A life of passion richly poured. Oh, the journey of Chromie, the journey of Chromie, from rags to gold. A vibrant story of dreams that unfold. Through dedication and art so bright, he built his path, turning darkness to light. With dedication, he built anew. A butcher, a winemaker, dreams that grew. Through hardships faced, his spirit soared. A life of passion richly poured. Oh, the journey of Chromie, the journey of Chromie, from rags to gold. A vibrant story of dreams that unfold. Through dedication and art so bright, he built his path.
You ready? Hold on. Whoa.
And count of three.
You gotta count.
Yeah.
To
Count of three.
Three.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. So now,
Okay, so I think Joe just wants to explain that this mural basically starts from his home village in the 1930s. It's got from when his town was invaded it was occupied by the Nazis, and then the Russians came in, so there's the imagery of his Zhya township being bombed and blasted with tanks. And then there's also Joe's grandmother is there. Yes. Yes. You had a dream for a better life there, that's right, yes. And we've also got from your village, you had a photo taken of your family after you finished your Master Butcher and Small Goods Maker certificate. And then you basically, oh, it's up there. And basically then, so that's over here. And then from there you escaped. You've got a photo with your motorcycle. Yeah, that was in the past, Joe. Yeah, but then here you've got you're on the motorcycle. You had to sell his beloved RL Red Hunter 500cc, his last belongings, and he sold that before he then escaped.
And that's 15 now. Two more, one dog will be back here.
So you escaped in 1950.
The wife will be here.
Ah, yes. Yes. And we've tracked down Joe's Ariel in Czech Republic, and it took 2 years of it being with the Czech relatives to basically, because of COVID, they couldn't ship from Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic to go through Holland to actually get it to Australia because of the COVID. No one wanted to travel. So basically it took us 2 years. We finally got it here. We've had it restored. And on Monday, it's been about 6 months trying to get it registered, and then we finally got it registered, and now it's being delivered to Custom House on Monday, and we're going to be putting it in a display in our boardroom in the corner. It'll have perspex, it'll sit on that on the carpet, but also it's in operating order. So, maybe once a month, I've got a motorcycle licence, I just take it out and give it a run, so at least it's like still in operating order, and then we can keep it in the boardroom. So this is all Joe's life story here, and it's wonderful. Did you want to say anything more, Joe? Or you better take the microphone.
People go away.
So Joe's talking about how he and his 2 friends escaped from Czechoslovakia across through forests and farms. You all right, Joe? Sorry. And that one's gone, has it? There you go.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. Here you go. Okay. You go, Joe.
No.
Yep.
Continue.
Continue. Can you actually hear, or is it better if I talk? Is it better I talk like this, or that we do it through the microphone?
Talk.
Just talk. Joe, I'll just talk. I'll just speak up a little because it's echoing with this. No echo. No echo. Or is it better just like that? Okay, so this painting is titled 500 Kilometres to Freedom, because from where Joe escaped, near Znamo, near the Czech-Austrian border, he basically had to walk with his friends across borders guarded by minefields and soldiers with dogs, barbed wire, and he had to go through farms, keep off the roads so they wouldn't be caught. And then when he finally reached Austria, there was the Pfaffendorf railway station in Austria, and he was there with his 2 friends, and they had split up so that they wouldn't arouse suspicion. And then unfortunately his 2 friends were captured, and one was shot in the legs by a machine gun trying to escape. The other he never heard from again, presumed killed. But Joe was able to buy a ticket and get on the train, make his way to Vienna, and then from Vienna, Joe, did you want to say about what happened when you were on the train? Better not? Okay. And so then you got to Vienna, and then from Vienna he was helped with people smugglers in Vienna with an Austrian, and actually it was the Salvation Army that helped him out and gave him some food, and then he was smuggled out of Austria through to the US occupied area, through the Russian occupied area, and then from there he came all the way to Australia and to in the boat. That's right. It was called the Hellenic Prince, and there were about 1,200 immigrants on the boat, and they all came out to Australia. It ran out of food partway through the journey, so it was a lot of hardship, but they finally arrived in Port Melbourne, and then they went to Bonegilla, and then from Bonegilla he came to Tasmania. and worked at the Railton asbestos sheeting factory, and then he worked in his trade as a butcher, and he worked in his trade, and then he set up his own business, and it failed, and then he had to set up a new business, and he met my grandmother, Alida Cromie, and they basically started Blue Ribbon together, and they basically started the business, and it grew and grew and grew, and then he sold the business on the stock exchange in 1994, and then after that he set up the JAC group, which stands for Joe and Ada Cromie, Joe and Alida Cromie. So
After the now 30 years back. Yeah.
30 years ago he set up JAC. So after selling the meat business, and that's 30 years ago. So yeah. And then after the JAC group was set up, he did lots and lots of developments.
No, the wine.
Ah yes, he went into the wine industry. And a lot of you may have heard his first purchase was the Heemskerk wine and Roshkum, and Heemskerk and the Jantz sparkling wine, which are Tasmanian wines. And he built up those wineries, and then he sold that business to Piper's Brook that was going public on the stock exchange. It needed growth. So Joe sold the business, but they didn't want to buy one vineyard he'd set up from scratch to balance the fruit. And then they said, no, you can keep that, Joe. They thought, well, he's a businessman, you know, he'll just keep that as a vineyard. And then within a few months, he was building a winery there. And so he basically then built Tamar Ridge after selling the Heemskerk wine group. He then set up a new winery called Tamar Ridge, and that was very successful. The largest wine business in Tasmania. And then you may recall Guns, the forestry company that was doing the wood chips and all that sort of thing. And they, John Gay, the CEO of that business, made Joe an offer he couldn't refuse. And so Joe basically was too good to refuse. So he sold to Guns, and then they sold Tamar Ridge to Brown Brothers, and so now Tamar Ridge is owned by Brown Brothers. But after Joe sold Tamar Ridge, he then set up a new wine business, and he did a deal with Guns that he could have a hobby vineyard. And then after he had sold Tamar Ridge, he said, oh, I want to buy this new hobby vineyard. And they said, oh, okay, how big is this hobby vineyard? And he said, oh, it's 60 hectares. And they said, well, we don't think that's a hobby. And we said, well, for Joe, that's a hobby. And anyway, so then he was able to basically buy the vineyard at Relbia. And then after the restraint of trade period had finished, he then built a winery on there. And that's now the Joseph Cromie Winery with the cellar door and the restaurant and everything there. And what have you then got? Oh, and that's where it is in the picture there. That's right. And all through this time, Peter and has been working with us as well as a family member in the business. So Peter is Joe's brother's grandson. So I'm Joe's grandson. Peter is Franciszek Cromie's grandson. And so Peter and I have been working in the business together all these years, and we've all got our own families. Many of you are all here, and it's wonderful that you could all be here. Yes, and Mila. Yes, so Mila, Joe's wife Ada was very sick for many years, and Mila was helping graciously to look after her. And then when Ada passed away, Joe had a stroke as well, so he wasn't doing too well. And Mila kindly stayed on, and now they've developed a companionship there. So that's a wonderful thing.
Next March will be 20 years.
20 years next March from when Mila has been there.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah. So that's a really good partnership there. And anyway, thank you very much to the artist because it's brilliant work. And now what we're looking forward to see is your skills with the finger art. So we look forward very much to that. But congratulations on what you've done here.
All right. Thank you.
Right. I apologise if it was a bit late shift.
Congrats, ate. Tagal mo na pala, ate.
100 days to make me older since the last time that I saw your pretty face. A thousand lives to make me older, and I don't think I can do but to be saved. All the minds we've separated disappear now when I'm dreaming of your face. Here without you, baby, but we're still only on my mind. Think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Here without you, baby.
Ate.
But we're still with me in my dreams. For tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Oh, yeah. I'll keep you rolling. The people leave their way to say hello. I heard this life is overrated, but I hope that gets better as we go. Here without you, baby, I'm still on my lonely mind. Think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Here without you, baby, are you still with me in my dreams? But tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Everything I know, anywhere I go, if it's hard, I won't take alone. When the light Got me spinning down deep in my soul, just getting loose. Yes, I'm on my way. Be your friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you in the end. Yes, I'm on my way. I'll be glad to stay. Stuck on you, people learn to I guess I'll be with you. Yes, I'm on my way. So hard to see that a woman like you would wait around like me. Yes, I'm on my way. I'll be glad to stay. Oh, baby, know that means I'll take tomorrow. Just to know where I go. Like a trouble out, turning all away. Yes, I'm little darling, I'm coming home to stay. Oh, I'm stuck with you. Feeling down deep in the soul, just like this. It's a walk away. Need a friend, and the way I feel now, I just need you till the end. It's a walk away. I'll be glad to stay. Staring out into the night, trying to hide the pain. Going to the place for love. You don't have a cause to take. When you feel I'm giving God a thing. Well, I'm going home to a place where I belong, and where love will always be enough for me. I'm running from, no, I think you got me all wrong, and no regret is like a chance for me. Spaces and these spaces again. So I'm going home.
Ganun naman. Salita na lang.
Miles are getting longer.
Meron na.
Closer again to you. Always be the best man